All right, so my first question is, you all have stated that BB is for kind of the nerds, the villains, and also kind of the outcasts. Could you guys elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can go first.
Because we are definitely we were definitely bullied growing up, and even though people might see the way we put ourselves together, and people may assume that we are, just, the hot girls, or that, that kind of persona, but we're so much more complex than that. We've been on all sides of it, and we want to connect to an audience who can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and even elaborating on like your point, like sometimes having a unique opinion in this world makes you a villain. So even like us just expressing our bodies, a lot of people who are not in that journey in their life, they might assume that it's bad, or it's overly sexual, or anything like that, but it actually comes with more pain.
Yeah.
And that's just embracing ourselves now.
And do you hope that fans of yours, or soon to be fans of yours, will learn how to embrace their own uniqueness through hearing your music?
Definitely.
That's the goal. That's definitely the goal.
Yes.
And so I'm curious to know, how did you all come up with the name BB?
Oh, so many things. You want to go?
It was because we have like a very soft side, which BB means baby in Japanese. And we love like pink and girly things, things that are normally associated with those things. But we also have a side to us that is very hard and, dark, especially like people always think we're really cute, and until we get on stage, and then they're like, oh, okay, those girls are monsters. So we decided to, name ourselves Bebi Monsuta.
Yeah. And then also Akita, she likes a little bit more color than I do. Yeah. And when we were younger, we had like polar opposite Bratz dolls. So I had like the gothic Bratz doll, but they were the sweet one. And then Akita had the sweet angelic Bratz doll, but they were actually
the mean sassy one. And that's kind of basically represents us. So
yeah, and it was also inspired just by like, it's kind of like a little bit of like an alter ego with Monsuta, which we're gonna be debuting really soon because everyone always sees the BB side.
Yes.
And you guys are multi-ethnic and multicultural. How are you able to incorporate your background into your branding, your music, as well as your kind of vision?
Well, I'll say like first off, it really comes natural. We try to make sure that we don't make any of our backgrounds a gimmick, and that it's coming from authenticity. Some of those things is that we have like roots in the South. We like to incorporate all that jazz, that blues, the rhythm and blues where we come from. We're very inspired by like the Harlem Renaissance era and all the like jazz clubs and all that kind of stuff. But then we also definitely like to bring in like, during the slave trade, obviously most of our roots are and did start in the Caribbean. And so with that, we have like combinations of Barbadian and Jamaican, and we just kind of mix that into the sound. And then we add that funk, the Brazilian funk. And with Brazilian sound, which we came out with, we had like the pillars, which was representing like Southern Europe and Portugal and all those things. And even this next single is definitely going to have our more Japanese inspirations in it. But I think most important thing is to incorporate everything very naturally, and we just try to go with what like feels natural in the moment.
And with your music video 808, what was the creative inspiration behind that?
So 808, the video inspiration was, we wanted to like we were very inspired by 80s workouts and stuff like that, hence the, up and down motion. But we wanted to take that and make it just very amplified and add like hip hop dance to that, and some twerking and stuff to that. And we wanted to make it something like bizarre, like who would actually do this? But we wanted to make it like a workout that people could almost like
do and
challenge themselves to do. And so the idea was really to make it like a very challenging,
fun, inspirational.
Like if they can do it, maybe I can do it too. So,
and I lost weight from that because I was like 200 pounds before we had to learn that dance, and I dropped weight from that choreography alone.
Yeah.
And now I know you will have a single that's coming out soon. What can you tell us about this new sound?
Ooh. Well, it's exciting because it's like us debuting our Monsuta side. Because
Yes.
Brazilian sound was Bebi, 808 was Bebi, but Monsuta is getting its first debut. It's dark, it's edgy, it's like that side of us that's aggressive, and we have some really good treats in there. Definitely.
It's definitely a surprise.
Absolutely. And for your fans, what can they expect to see from you guys next outside of the context of music?
We got
Well, we definitely want to get into more into activism and stuff like that, and that's really where our heart is, you know. Our family is very into politics and we have roots there too, and so we definitely want to just pay attention to the world and the environment and see how we can implement changes, necessary changes in the world. So that's definitely where we want to go.
And just elaborating with what she's talking about with activism and stuff. Even our mom, like she has like really changed a lot when it comes to people and their bodies, because she has a TikTok, More Gabby Time, and she's amazing, and she really has helped people with their bodies and helping women get over pox and fibroids and all those different stuff.
So
holistic medicine is really important for us in helping people find, medicine's important. I'm not saying, doctors, we need them. We need them, but adding that holistic part of your life and just being intentional about what you eat is so important. And Reese Taylor was one of our relatives, and they are activists, like naturally born. So it's in us to really try to implement changes.
And my final question for you guys is, what's your favorite part about being able to work with your sibling?
There's something really cool we do. Like we can almost communicate with each other like without saying anything. Like we just know, so things move really smoothly between us. And a lot of people think like it would be chaotic to work with your sibling, but it's really far from chaotic. It's super smooth.
And I can say that she's like right on that. Like we have a really unique way of writing songs, which is just basically looking at each other and like, what happened to you, Akita? What happened? Go ahead, write it down.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like
it's
what
like
happened
therapy
to
sessions.
Yeah, it's therapy sessions.
Yeah.
And being people who definitely want to act one day and love like Broadway and plays and stuff, we get to like be theatrical together. So I think performing on stage, like we pick each other up. One's low, you're like, Kita's like, you're that bit, and
because you don't always come on stage confident.
No.
So that energy, that synergy.